Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai. Today is our Param Pujya Papa's 61st Mahasamadhi. During the day, one thought that welled up in our mind is every one of us must have heard many of these quotations. We will try to take one quotation seriously today. For example, it can be anything. For example, he says, behold divinity in every aspect of this worldly Leela. Verily it is He at play in all beings and things. And then we try to understand the meaning. How am I to accept that it is a play? I feel what I see, what I experience is real. I am unable to understand that it is your play. Like that, when we start our inquiry and then connect it with the life so far we lived, probably we might get some clue as to how this play is going on. The script is also given by him. I have forgotten that it was given by him. And now through Guru, he is making me to remind it is not your script, it is the script given by him who has come out in the newer form. Like that, you know. So today let us do something seriously about it rather than telling them today is Mahasamadhi. And for this, Papa has also given us the feeling that it is high time we all go inward to feel his presence. If he was able to scale the heights during in 2 years' time, how was it possible? Meditating and chanting. Meditating, that is the proper mindset was there when the chanting was undertaken. So with that, it was not slipping into a lip level exercise. So every time the chanting was helpful in connecting him to the power which makes him to chant. Seriously, we think about all those things today. So for that, there should be there should be a session where we are free from outer disturbances. So that is why this Mauna session. So today, as usual, we will have at 9 o'clock the flag hoisting. Again, it is not an activity. It is not a program. As Puja Swami Chidanji Maharaj reminded us, that flag hoisting enables us to remember the height we have to reach and the commitment we make, when we raise the flag. I am committed to this. So today, on the 61st Mahasamadhi day, when we assemble there for the flag hoisting, mentally we are committing ourselves. Previously, we were taking it as a program. Now we realize that it is a commitment, solemn commitment on our part to scale the heights where from there when I look, everything is beautiful, everything is blissful, everything is peaceful. Just like when we go to the rooftop, from there when you look, how beautiful it is. So this is one aspect. And at between 10 to 11:30 today, we will all have the Mauna session in this weather hall. This 1.5 hours, we will try to make use of it as best as possible to go within. Whenever the mind goes out, we can take to mental chanting of Ram Nam or prayer, whatever he prompts you from within. He may prompt you to go out in the form of outer thoughts, but immediately, he has given us a freedom to pray to him. with that prayer, with that freedom, we are trying to bring him back. So let this go on this exercise. Suppose in between anybody feels any discomfort, they can get up, go out, finish, and then join. But at the same time, this 10 to 11, 11:30, whether we are here, whether we are going out, and then coming back, we will not talk. And we will not cause any disturbance to other sadhaks. So let it be silently done. And then, as usual, 11:30 to 12:15, we will have Ram Ram. With this background, we will have whatever glimpses he gives during this 10 to 11:30. With that bhavana, the quality of our chanting will definitely be better. And then all the aritis, we will try to mentally go through. Finally, we say, wherever I look, Jaja Sali, even the prayer, yes, even the prayer, it will not be just reading the prayer. We will be consciously going through the theme behind it. Make me thine and thine only when we say, honestly, it is a prayer from the bottom of the heart. And then the last, Jajaastali, wherever I look, I should be able to see you. Wherever I place my head, it should be on your feet. With that, we. So today, let us try. Intensely pray to Him, give us the right mental attitude, so that this will be the fittest homage to our great Master, because of whom we are all here, because of whom Anandashram came into being, because of whom we got Puja Mataji to guide us, because of whom we got Puja Swamiji to guide us. So all those things well up in our heart, and then we pray. So then at 3:30 to 4:30, we will have the usual satsang.
Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om. Shri 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 Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai
2 minutes.
Ram Om. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om. By flag hoisting, we are reminded of our commitment to scale the heights, so that when we reach the top, everything is beautiful, everything is blissful, everything is peaceful. In our Vyavaharic dealings, we may forget. That is why they have introduced this also, not merely as a ritual, a reminder to all of us to become aware of the commitment we have been made because of our Guru. Hari Om.
1 minute.
का झंडा प्यारा, झंडा ऊंचा रहे हमारा, राम नाम का झंडा प्यारा। विजयी विश्व नाम है प्यारा, सदा शक्ति बहराने वाला, प्रेम सुधा बरसाने वाला, रामदास है प्राण हमारा, सब युग का अब यही सहारा, राम नाम का झंडा प्यारा। आओ प्यारे भक्तों आओ, राम नाम से धन्य हो जाओ। आओ एक साथ सब मिलकर गाओ, जीवन अपना सफल बनाओ, राम नाम है प्राण हमारा, राम नाम का झंडा प्यारा, झंडा ऊंचा रहे हमारा, राम नाम का झंडा प्यारा। ओम श्री राम जय जय राम, ओम श्री राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम।
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Salutations to Param Pujya Papa. Salutations to Param Pujya Mataji. Salutations to Param Pujya Swamiji. Salutations to all Mahatmas. Brothers and sisters. Today we are intensely remembering. Today we are intensely remembering Papa. 61 years ago, on this Nag Panchami day, he chose to drop the body and to become one with the cosmic reality. On this day, we try to remember all that we have heard about his inspiring life and mission. What was his life as Vittal Rao till 1920? What happened between 1920 to 22? That means up to his 36th year, that was 1920. What was the pattern of his life? And after 1920 to 22, how God made him to go through so many trying moments, and later on facilitated him to get established in the experience in which he has been drafted by God. And in 1922, he was prompted to leave everything. To be in the midst of known and unknown circles, with nothing to fall back upon excepting the remembrance of God. And ultimately, how it led to the formation of Ananda Ashram here, how Puja Mataji joined and started the mission of universal love and service. All those things we remember. That is why we are all sitting here. Probably many of us may be going through that.
But of late, Papa is, who is now seated within our heart in the form of remembrance, reminds us whatever you have done so far must enable you now to feel His presence. All other things are activities. Bhajan, Ram chanting, Seva activities, everything is outward. So each one of us, we are checking up now. Have we been able to feel His presence? Go for a short time in the beginning and later on to as many times as, and finally to get established. On this day, we should all keep remembering that. And today also He facilitated us to have 1.5 hours of Mauna session in this sacred hall. Each one's mind may be bringing out new experiences. Everything is a plus point. And now, today morning, not morning, before we came here for the Mauna session, we were intensely praying what is to be shared today. Immediately He led us to God Experience Volume number 2, and at random He opened. You know what portion it came? You will read out. And there is a powerful message for all of us from tomorrow. Bhajan is only a stage so that you can know how to be silent. Silent not merely orally but mentally. Bhajan is only a stage so that you can know how to be silent. Silent not merely orally but mentally. That stage of silence you must reach soon, without going on making noises all the life. Utterance of God's name is to make the mind ultimately still, free from all thoughts. In the stillness it is that you know and realize God. Bhajan, Kirtan, Namasmaran are all means to that end. When the devotee asks Papa, we cannot reach that stage all of a sudden without preparation. Papa answers, now this question has been asked by answering to all of us. How many years you have passed in preparation? It must be 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. It depends upon you to make it long or short. You cannot go on preparing yourself all the life. There must be a time to attain the goal. The realization of the self, that is the goal. If you go on pulling and pulling the arrow set on the bow, it would not hit the mark. You must let go the arrow, then it will hit the mark. So you have to repeat, chant or sing the name no doubt for a certain period. After that, repetition must cease, mind must become perfectly still. In the stillness, duality is transcended. The repeated and the repeated, devotee and God become one. In order to still the mind, you must have in view God realization as the chief aim of your sadhana. Be still and know that I am God. These words you will find in the Bible. The same thing has been said by sages, saints and God-realized souls in India and abroad. Stillness of the mind is essential in order to experience absolute peace and bliss. Unless mind is controlled and stilled, you have not achieved anything.
unless the mind is controlled and stilled, you have not achieved anything. So after every bhajan, have a short period, say 10 to 15 minutes, to sit silent and watch the mind. As a result of singing God's name, you will find the mind has become calm and serene. That is the fruit of bhajan, fruit of all sadhanas that you do. So here when bhajan is Ramnam, so after every bhajan, every Ramnam session, have a short period, say 10 to 15 minutes, to sit silent and watch the mind. So from tomorrow onwards, we request that we will try to hear Papa's words. Even if we have to advance 10 minutes earlier, instead of 11:30, it can be 11:20. And by 12:05 we will close. 10 minutes. If it is 15 minutes, very good. Today more than 40-50 people were sitting for 1.5 hours. He made it possible. When we chant Ram Nam, and when we know that there is going to be a silent session, during the Ram Nam chanting also we will try to consciously, knowingly chant the name so that it prepares the ground for the silent session. So we will, from this day onward, we will try to put this into practice. So after every bhajan, have a short period, say 10 or 15 minutes, to sit silent and watch the mind. As a result of singing God's name, you will find the mind has become calm and serene. This is the fruit of the bhajan, fruit of all sadhana that you do. And he also shares, when Ramdas was in Europe and America, after his talks, the devotees who gathered to hear Ramdas would suggest, Swamiji, let us sit for 5 minutes together with you, perfectly silent. The first day Ramdas agreed, and we sat perfectly silent. The next day they said, let us have 15 minutes. And we had 15 minutes silence. Later on the time was increased to half an hour. Every day after the evening talks, we would sit together for half an hour perfectly silent. So the importance of observing silence has been highlighted by Papa many a times. But today he chose to direct us to his words so that what Puja Mataji was trying during late 60s and early 70s, which unknowingly got stopped. From tomorrow onward, we will get it revived. So after Ramnam, it is initially for 10 minutes, it can be extended to 15 minutes also. And Ramnam chanting also, just like today, when I did, tone down. At the end, it should be, what do you call it, tone down, toning down. So that the mind is prepared to take the flight for silence. Suddenly from a sound to the soundless one. The sound slowly brings the mind calm and serene. It stops, nobody talks. 10 or 15 minutes we observe, then we carry on with our this thing. Let us watch what is the effect of it. So from tomorrow onward we request this can be tried. Every now and then we will also try on all important days from October onwards. The second Sunday
We will have a full day Mauna session. Recently, Chandranandji had been to Hyderabad. 150 people from morning to evening. They were able to sit and observe the silence. In between, there was a walking session and a sadhu, but nobody talked. And even in Hanamkonda, we were told, people enthusiastically took part. So that means the time is ripe enough now. All the sadhanas we have done so far is helping us to take a plunge into this. Now, Papa said, silent, be still and know that you are God. So this is the postgraduate stage, PG stage. From the ordinary preparations, now slowly Papa is lifting us to little more higher, little more higher, little more higher. And to gently remind us that our purpose is not to go along with the routine here. Purpose is to realize His presence within and who is behind everything. Not that we are running away from any activities. After the silent session, when the Prabhu Vishwanatha comes, the prayer reading comes, we will go along with it. God is making us to now recite the prayer. God is making us to hear Prabhu Vishwanatha. God is making us to hear the Arati, in order to give a boost to our sadhana. And every word in the Arati also we will try to understand so that we can travel, though not in the technical way, the theme. So that by the end of the Arati, every day we are reminded, the moment you go out of this bhajan hall, you are affirming that whoever you see, whatever you see, you are trying to see Him everywhere. So from the activity level to the real sadhana level, and the sadhana level to a realization level. Let all these, kindly think over all these things and try to take out the maximum benefit out of all the programs Papa Mataji have placed before us. So beautifully arranged everything. And they saw to it that the legacy is continued also. Let us make, not merely attending the session. The purpose of the session is to take us to a higher level. And that also should not be lost sight of. So we pray. Ultimately, by ourselves we cannot do anything. So we pray to Papa now, who is in the form of remembrance in our heart. You have prompted us to do all these things. Today you also prompted us to take to this Mauna session every day as per your words. So kindly enable us to make it a reality, because it's all said and done. God is still a distant reality to us. He has not still come closer to us. So now He has to become closer to us, and we should start feeling that at the moment, now and here, He is making us to talk. He is making us to feel that I am so and so. But let these be writ large, and let us all try to do that. We prostrate, mentally prostrate before Papa and seek His blessings. Hari Om.